watch me attempt the unbelievable and go evil Knievel as I soar into the mystical. I'm breaking down my body, mind, and soul and endeavoring to clear every obstacle, cause I'm about to blow up, or maybe just blow. But you know how the way will be a spectacle, so I hope that you enjoy the show. Now here I go off the ledge, Geronimo. I might fail spectacularly, everyone will laugh at me, it will be a catastrophe. Oh well, I say do it anyway. Fears and failures on display, death is coming either way, since I am alive today. Oh well, I say do it anyway. I'll probably flop, my hip hop won't pop, but my hip hop band won't stop, cause I'm already over 40, got a learning disability, depression and anxiety, and no one's ever heard of me. And I'm fully aware that I lack skill and ability, but I'm more aware of death's inevitability. Existential anxiety inspires me, so I say, oh well man, I'll do it anyway. I wish I could say, I don't care what you think of me, but truthfully, I care tremendously, and I know when I display my fears, failures, downfalls, and deviancy, you just might look down on me. I'm apt to feel shame, play the comparison game, but even if you say I'm lame, I reframe to claim very vulgar vulnerability and absolute authenticity, and now I'm free to be just me, do it my way. I might fail spectacularly, everyone will laugh at me, it will be a catastrophe. Oh well, I say do it anyway. Fears and failures on display, death is coming either way, since I am alive today. Oh well, I say do it anyway.
Knowing others is intelligence. Knowing yourself is true wisdom. Lao Tzu.
There is perhaps no greater knowledge than knowledge of self. As we become more aware of our personal strengths and weaknesses, our true desires, and our shadow, we gain many wonderful benefits. First, self-awareness is directly related to personal growth and development. We can't solve a problem until we first clearly identify what the problem is. Now that sounds obvious, but as humans, we have a very difficult time doing this. We often will blame others, for example, when the true nature of the problem lies within. Or perhaps we will identify what we think is a problem, for it to only later reveal itself to simply be a symptom of a deeper problem. Or perhaps it's not even a problem at all. But once we have clearly identified and defined the problem, a problem well defined is a problem half solved. And the same is true for opportunities. We must first recognize what an opportunity is before we can seize it. So the more self-awareness we develop, the easier it becomes for us to solve our personal problems and to seize those personal opportunities. The second major benefit to having enhanced self-awareness is not only will we become better people, but we'll accept ourselves even at our worst. Have you ever had the experience of judging someone for their behavior until you understood the deeper root cause for the reason behind their behavior? And then suddenly you accept them and maybe even feel compassion for them. I know that I've done that time and time again. And so if that is true interpersonally between two people, then that is true intrapersonally as well within ourselves. By developing more self-awareness, we will naturally develop more self-compassion as well. As we develop our self-awareness and our self-compassion, we'll gain the third major benefit here, which is the ability to integrate our shadows. We can do this by looking into the dark corners of our consciousness with curiosity instead of judgment. This allows us to take those parts of us that we wish didn't exist and catalyze them into powerful forces for good. We can transform our shame into self-acceptance. We can transform our anger into personal power. We can transform our jealousy into ambition, and so forth. The fourth major benefit to enhanced self-awareness is as our awareness grows, we begin to see ourselves in others as well. I've often said that I am every man because I believe that if any man has ever done anything, good or bad, then that seed, that capacity lies within me. And through this acceptance of others, we also will feel more compassion for others as well, which just gives us more greater peace in our own lives. This doesn't mean that we'll necessarily tolerate others' bad behavior, but we will be able to at least understand it and feel compassion, not only for the victims, but for the villains as well. The fifth and final major benefit that I see to enhance self-awareness is through it, we can identify our highest and our best self. This allows us to tap into our true potential, to discover the work that we are incapable of not doing, and to be of the greatest possible service and contribution to others. Given this list of amazing benefits that enhanced self-awareness brings us in our lives, I've been a diligent student of myself for nearly 2 decades now. I've done this through studying various different subjects, through journaling, through prayer and meditation, through dream analysis, by observing others and other cultures. And I think I had one more there. Yes, and exploring my personal limitations, often to the breaking point, in every area of life. As a tool to help me in my quest for greater and greater self-awareness, I've used multiple different life assessment models throughout the years. However, none of them ever fully satisfied me. I found that some of them were overly complicated and complex and just kind of muddled the business. Others, on the other hand, were too simple and left out very important areas of life. So I took it upon myself to develop my own life assessment tool,
Lennon's life assessment tool. This to me is the most complete and comprehensive life assessment tool available. It includes the 3 internal areas of life: body, mind, and soul, as well as our external environment or place, our relationships, people, and our vocation, purpose. They are arranged from the most fundamental at the bottom to the most ethereal on the top. I personally use this tool to measure and improve every aspect of my life.
As I begin my journey to become an international rap star, I find myself at an extremely interesting inflection point in my life, which is the perfect opportunity to do a comprehensive life assessment. In this video, I'll be focusing in on the internal aspects of life, body, mind, and soul, sharing with you the most important life lessons that I've learned to help me thrive in each of those areas of life, from psychology, philosophy, and so forth. And of course, I have some new music to drop as well, which will ensure that we not only stay entertained, but that we also fully integrate these important life lessons. As I conduct my own internal audit, I'd like to invite you to do the same. And like a roller coaster, I promise it'll be a little scary, but a lot of fun.
Count me in. Quads, tries, buys. It's time to exercise. I work my work shift, but I live to deadlift. I can't wait to weight lift. My life is a gift. But if I ever feel depressed, I lie down, hit the bench press, and get it off my chest. Pre-workout caffeine, vitamins, and super greens in my bloodstream. Now I feel supreme. Post-workout protein, glutamine, and creatine. Woo, now I measure up to the golden mean. I'm at the health club going hardcore, so hell yeah, I got a hardcore. What you think I'm training for? I want women screaming more, men cheering more, crowds call me back on for an encore, encore, encore. You want more for sure? I got big guns I wanna let soar, so I'm breaking through the door like who wants war? I don't, that's for sure, but I'm ready for, cause I've been training like a soldier, body built like an armored personnel carrier, major, but my mind is its superior. Yes sir, I command respect, barking out in order, but I'm really just a lover like a pit bull terrier. It's about mindset, I ain't done yet. Rep another set, then another set, then another set. Body's dripping wet, I don't sweat the sweat. Rep another set, then another set, then another set. I'm workout fit, so I fit my work outfit. 6 foot 187, killing it, living grit, never quit. Health is my greatest asset, and I feel absolutely exquisite. I'm thriving, ensuring my longevity by keeping my body, brains, and bones healthy, increasing my energy, releasing mass endorphins that make me feel happy. Not to mention I'm extra sexy, just look at these pecs. A healthy physique is the ultimate flex. Put some bump behind my try to ensure I triumph. Rep one more, one more, one more. Raise the bar, I just set a new PR. I'm a winner cause I pushed to failure. Even if I fall back, I get back up. Hit the gym rack, I'm on my come up. Get back when I pull up. When I flex in a mirror, I see a star appear. I am a reflection of my dedication. Steady making progress in love with the process. Lifting free weights liberates all my strengths. It's about mindset. I ain't done yet. Rep another set, then another set, then another set. Body's dripping wet, I don't sweat the sweat. Rep another set, then another set, then another set. But some days I'm so stressed out, cause nothing in my life works out unless I do. So I train insane just to help maintain, calm my brain, feel good pain, and celebrate my gain. Willpower's a muscle, strengthen it with hustle. Go hard to get hard, superset. I look like a hero, I feel like a hero. I must be a hero, so you can call on me. I'll uplift humanity.
Body. This area is the foundation of life. And according to Lennon's life assessment tool, body includes our health, our fitness, aponia, which I'll explain in just a second, physical beauty, vitality, and ultimately longevity. Aponia is what the Greeks considered to be the highest physical pleasure. It simply means the absence of pain in the body, or freedom from pain. When our health and fitness and our energy are on point, everything in life just becomes that much easier. Our relationships, our work, our mental health, all of them excel when our body is thriving. And the converse is true as well. When we struggle, when our health is bad, or when we have low energy, it simply makes everything in life more difficult. Now, the good news about body is that it doesn't require much for us to excel in this area. Apart from a specific health condition or physical injury, I'll explain mine in a second, our body really only needs three things. It needs lots of rest, it needs good nutrition, and it needs physical exercise. The bad news is that even though the formula is simple, it's not always easy. It's difficult to avoid pleasurable temptations. It's difficult to go to bed on time. It's difficult to drag ourselves to the gym or whatever our favorite training method is and voluntarily subject ourselves to physical pain. One of the mantras that I've kept here in life lately, though, is that life is hard. I get to choose my hard, though, and I can choose either hypertrophy or atrophy. Hypertrophy is what happens when we exercise, we use our muscles strenuously, and they break down and they get sore, but then they build themselves back stronger. Atrophy is what happens through disuse, the slow, steady deterioration. Both are hard, so choose your hard. Some of the practices that I've kept in order to excel as a 41-year-old man in the area of body are I really prioritize sleep. I look around at our peers and our culture, especially here in the West, and I see so many people who are neglecting this foundational aspect to their health and fitness. And some of us have a really weird pride about it. Yeah, I only slept 5 hours last night, and here I am still doing the thing. All right, if you only were able to sleep 5 hours, but to do that as a lifestyle, when I hear somebody brag about that, to me, it's like bragging that you downed a fifth of Jack Daniels and then you showed up to work or whatever, did your thing. It's that level of unhealthy. Also, I do take care of my nutrition. I'm not a health nut, but I like to eat quality foods. I focus on a high protein, low carbohydrate diet with quality fats. I eat as many whole foods as I can, and I occasionally binge. And then, of course, fitness. My favorite activity in regards to fitness is weightlifting. And as I've started to age, I've really adopted my training method so that I am not only focusing on strength and physique, but also mobility, ultimately longevity. What happened here is I was actually filming for this episode, and I wanted to show off by doing a really heavy deadlift. I'd already done a heavy deadlift, but I felt if I did 20 more pounds, it would make the video that much better. And unfortunately, I didn't have good form. I was tired, and I snapped my distal bicep tendon. That's this guy right here that connects the bicep to the forearm. And I knew it was a problem because of the sound it made. It was like 3 quick pops. Well, very fortunately for me, modern medicine is amazing, and there's a great physician here in town who put some titanium in my bone and reattached the tendon. However, I'm going to be doing some PT physical therapy here for the next several months before I'm able to sustain any weight with this arm. Prior to this injury, I was going to give myself an 8 out of 10 in the body area, though I will say overall, I'm still really doing great. My health is on point. I never have any health issues. I hardly get sick. Everybody around me will be sick, and I'll be the one guy who isn't sick. Probably because I sleep a lot. My fitness is still really on point. Aponia, well, this hurts. And I occasionally have some knee pain. But besides that, my body feels great. Physical beauty, honestly, I don't think I've ever looked better. My physique looks great. My beard looks great. And vitality. My energy is pretty good. Not the best it's ever been, but definitely above average compared to my peers. And then ultimately longevity, well, that's yet to be seen, but I'm doing everything I can to ensure that I have a long, fruitful life. So given that injury and the pain that I've been experiencing, I will downgrade my self-assessment from an 8 to a 7. Only downgrading to a 7 because I'm still checking the boxes in every other area of life. So I want to ask you guys directly, how are you doing in the body area of life? How do you rate yourself in each of those subcategories? And what's the number one thing that you can do to improve your fitness, your health, your longevity, your vitality? Remembering that the formula is not complicated. Do you need to sleep more? Do you need to improve your nutrition? Or do you need to up your exercise regimen? Those are basically the 3 levers that you can pull upon. And please, I look around and I see so many exceptional people who are thriving in multiple areas of life, great heroes of our community, and yet they neglect their health and fitness. Take it a little bit more seriously. Be more diligent in your body. Realize that it is the foundation of your life. All right, enough of the lecture. Let's get out of here because I got one more thing on my mind that I really got to share with you guys.
I'm out of my mind.
I'm
out of my mind.
I am out of my mind. I'm out of my mind. Woo!
I'm out of my mind.
Insanity's the legacy my father left me. Anxiety won't let me be, I fight it daily. And lately I've been telling these other personalities inside of me that it's not me but them that's crazy. They say you're out of your mind, but ironically I only feel crazy when I'm inside mine. So yes, I do my best to leave my mind behind. Then I guess either way I am out of my mind. I'm out of my mind. When I meditate my mind away, I'm out of my mind. When I run to be in my body, I'm out of my mind. Laying undercover with my lover, I'm out of my mind. Playing this beat in a trance on repeat. As a preteen, I would hear a ghoulish growling voice inside my ear, a hellish yelling sound that filled my heart with fear. My head would pound, my eyes would tear, hands pressed together tight, I prayed that it would disappear. Jesus, tonight I need you here. Told my mom about it, she took me to the priest. He told me to repent, but for what? I'm not the beast. Decided not to speak about it, knew they'd think I'm crazy. Sometimes I still hear it though, so maybe I am crazy. I'm out of my mind, so I meditate my mind away. I'm out of my mind, so I run to be in my body. I'm out of my mind, laying undercover with my lover. I'm out of my mind, playing this beat in a trance on repeat. I have this reoccurring dream where I'm battling a demon in light, and I realize I've been dreaming, awakened, but it's a false awakening, inception. Don't know I'm still dreaming, so again I'm battling this demon, forsaken, for Satan is taking hold of me, mistaken. I'm always with almighty devotion, I bow down to divinity, redemption, finally vanquish enemy, illusion. The battle rages on inside of me. I'm out of my mind. When I meditate my mind away, I'm out of my mind. When I run to be in my body, I'm out of my mind. Laying undercover with my lover, I'm out of my mind. Playing this beat in a trance on repeat. Screaming while I'm dreaming, my body's convulsing. Third eye watching, demons watching, my heart chakra pulsing. They want the light inside of me, but they can't take it easily. Protected by dark energy, I'm a damn dichotomy. To fight the dragon of anxiety, I descended into chaos, loosened up the boundaries, integrated dark capacities back to more complete reality. This is no analogy, I'm dreaming for my sanity. I know you're just like me, you're out of your mind.
So meditate your mind away. You're out of your mind. So run to be in your body. You're out of your mind. Laying undercover with your lover. You're out of your mind. Playing this beat in a trance on repeat.
That's cool.
Mind. This area of life includes our mental health and focus, and I also consider here our emotional well-being. Emotions, they're messy, and we could put them in the realm of body or even soul, but I like to place them in the realm of mind because the quality of our thoughts has such a profound impact on our emotional well-being as well. And like every area of life, mind is affected by and impacts every other area of life. So by strengthening our physical and our spiritual practices, by improving our environment, our relationships, and our vocation, we improve our mental state as well. But beyond that, there are things that we can do within the realm of mind itself to strengthen mind. I'm here at the brand new Redmond Public Library in the self-help section. And by reading self-help books, personal psychology, philosophy, spirituality, we can get more knowledge, which improves our mental state. We can also be very diligent about the thoughts that we keep within our mind. Positive self-talk and the way that we think about ourselves has such a profound impact on the entire quality of our lives. And so does our perspective, the way that we view the world. You can take two individuals that have the exact same life circumstances. They have the same job, the same relationships, they live in the same place, they make the same amount of money, and so on and so on and so on. And yet the only difference is the way in which they view the world. One is pessimistic and negative and only sees the downside of life. And the other one always sees the good in life, always thinks positively about themselves. And though their lives on the surface are exactly the same, the quality of their lives will be dramatically different. This is how powerful our perspective is. Announcement.
Thank you for visiting.
This area of life, the mental aspect of life, is an area where I have struggled throughout my entire adulthood. And I'm quite sure that I have something called cyclothymia. Cyclo meaning cyclical, and thymia being related to the thalamus. I haven't been clinically diagnosed, but reading the description of cyclothymia and pairing that to my symptoms and my history, it's a spot-on match. And cyclothymia is also referred to as bipolar 3, or what I like to jokingly refer to as bipolar light. It's not the full-fledged bipolar, it's just the light version. Anyways, mental health, it definitely has been a struggle. And especially with this last bout of mania, extreme high, followed by extreme depression, I developed the habit, unfortunately, of negative self-talk. I was so down on myself for ruining my life that I actually began to hate myself through such pessimistic, negative self-talk. As I've started to come out of this now for the last year and a half, I've been tending the garden and pulling those weeds of negativity out and planting seeds of positivity and prosperity and self-love and self-growth. So that's one of the most powerful life habits that I've kept to now improve my mental health. And I'm happy to say that despite the circumstances of my life, which I'll get into in the next video, which are embarrassingly bad as they've ever been, despite that, I have developed some mental fortitude and resilience. And so I'm going to give myself in this area of life a 6 out of 10, which 5 being average, 6 out of 10 is I'm above average in the mental health. So how do you rate yourself in the mind aspect of life? And more importantly, What is the number one thing that you can do to make improvements in this area of life? Perhaps you need to improve another area of your life so that your mental health will be better by improving your environment or your relationships or your physical health. Or perhaps you need to knock out that negative self-talk and really just adapt this mindset that you are worthy and deserving of love, and that begins first and foremost with yourself. Now, here we go. We're gonna going somewhere. I grew up believing that our soul is in our body, that we are a star in a jar. But then someone told me, more accurately, our body is in our soul. And honestly, that makes a lot more sense to me. The spiritual transcends and includes the physical. It has supremacy. Matter arises from consciousness. This puts a whole new twist on mind over matter, because mind is over, under, and within matter. My soul cannot be contained in my body. Knowing this, I shift my identity. Knowing this, I experience bliss. Soul. This area of life represents the intangible, the spark of life within and life itself. My personal belief is that we are spiritual beings having human experiences, and that everything that we experience in our lives is for our own spiritual development. If that's the case, which I believe it is, then that means even when we don't see it, through the twists and turns of life, everything is in divine order. Our mistakes, our opportunities, our wins, our losses, all of them help us in our quest to develop as a spiritual being. Therefore, in the area of soul, I would like to give myself a perfect 10 out of 10, accepting that life is in divine order. Internally, body, mind, and soul, I'm doing quite well. In fact, I would say that I'm thriving. Our external, people, place, and purpose, those are lagging indicators. They show us what has happened in our lives in the past. They bring us the results. And in my case, they are lagging. I look forward, though, nonetheless, to sharing the lag of my life in the next episode. In the meantime, I encourage you to continue to reflect upon your life, internally and externally, and to think about what is the number one change that you can make to thrive a little bit more. And know that I love you, and thank you for watching. Peace and blessings. Bye.